Hello everyone, welcome to today's English lesson. We are from group 7. Hello, my name is Amalia Zahra Ramadhani and my friends.
Hello, I'm Ika Damayanti.
Alright, today's topic is learning tenses through the poetry. So, let's get started. Well, student, before we are going into the material, let me show you about the lesson objective our session today. So, the first lesson objective is identify the general meaning in nothing gold can stay poem. And the second lesson objective is student identify tenses in the poem. Okay, students, do you ever hear about poetry? What is poetry? Poetry is a form of literary expression that uses language to evoke emotion, paint vivid image, or explore complex ideas. Poetry often relies on rhythm, meter, and sound patterns, such as rhyme or alliteration, but can also be freeform. Nah, jadi puisi itu merupakan bentuk karya sastra yang menggunakan bahasa yang kreatif untuk mengekspresikan atau menyampaikan perasaan, pikiran, dan pengalaman sang penulis. Right now, I will show you the video, the poem of Nothing Gold Can Stay. Check it out!
Nature's first screen is called her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves, a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sang to grief. So dawn goes down today, nothing gold can stay. Frost reminds us that the beauty we enjoy is often temporary. By describe a young green leaf, frost symbolizes the beauty that is initially dazzling, but quickly fades over time. The poem also emphasizes that change is a natural part of life, something beautiful and precious at first is bound to change and disappear. Nothing gold can stay invites readers to reflect on the temporary nature of beauty and life experiences. The poem reminds us to cherish every moment as all precious things will eventually disappear, creating an awareness of the value of time and beauty in everyday life.
Okay, student, after watching and knowing the meaning of the poem, now we learn the tenses contained in the poem Nothing Gold Can Stay. So there are three tenses in the poem. The first is simple present tense, and the second simple past tense, and the last is simple future tense.
Simple present tense in poem Nothing Gold Can Stay. First of all, we need to know what is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to express facts, habit, or situation that take place in the general. Example. First is general fact. States a truth that always holds true. Example. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. 2. Habit. Express an activity that is done regularly. Example. He goes to the gym every day. Formula for simple present tense. First is for positive sentence. For subject I, you, we, they is subject plus base verb. And for subject he, she, it is subject plus base verb. For example is I play soccer. They eat breakfast. Example, she plays soccer. He watched TV. Second is negative sentence. Is subject plus do or does not plus base verb. Example, I do not play soccer. He does not watch TV. Third is interrogative sentence. Is do or does plus subject plus base verb. Examples, do you play soccer? Does she watch TV? Example 1. Positive sentence. Nature's beauty is fleeting. Leaves change color in the fall. Second, negative sentence. Nature does not hold its beauty forever. Flowers do not bloom in winter. Third is interrogative sentence. Does beauty fade with time? Do seasons affect the beauty of nature? Next, let's discuss the simple past tense. This tense is used for action or states that happened and were complete in the past. Use an example. First is complete actions. For example, I visited my grandmother last week. This indicates a complete action. Second, past habit. She played the piano when she was a child. This shows a habit that was true in the past. The third is fact or state in the past. They lived in Paris for 5 years. This expresses a past fact. Simple past tense formula. Let's look at how we form sentence in the simple past tense. First is positive form. Is subject plus second verb. Example, he walked to school. Second, negative form. Is subject plus did not or didn't plus base verb. Example, he didn't go to the party. The third is interrogative form. Is did plus subject plus base verb. Example, did you see the movie?
The simple future tense is used to talk about actions or events that will happen later in the future. It's used for predictions, plans, or promise. How to form the simple future tense? First, positive. Subject plus will plus base verb. For the example, I will go to the store tomorrow. Second, negative. Subject plus will not or won't plus base verb. Example, she won't come to the party. Third, question. Will plus subject plus base verb. Example, will you help me with this? When we can use simple future tense. First, prediction. Prediction is talking about what you think will happen. For example, it will rain tomorrow. 2. Plans. Plans is something you plan to do in the future. Example, we will visit the museum next week. Third, promises. When you promise to do something. For the example, I will help you with your homework.
So guys, you have watched the explanation and the example, and now it's time to practice the questions. So, are you ready for answering the questions? Question number 1. In the line nature's first green is gold, which tenses is the word is in? A. Simple present tense. B. Simple past tense. C. Simple future tense. D. Present continuous tense. The answer is A. Simple present tense. Because why? The word is in this line uses the simple present tense, which express a general truth or state that is always true. Question number 2. In the line, her early leaves a flower. What is the function of the word is? A. To indicate an event that happened in the past. B. To indicate a habit or general fact. C. To indicate something that will happen in the future. D. To indicate the temporary state. The answer is B. To indicate a habit or general fact. The explanation, because the word is in the sentence, also uses the simple present tense, conveying a general fact about the change in nature. Question number 3. In the line so dawn goes down today, which tenses is the word goes in? A. Simple present tense. B. Simple past tense. C. Simple future tense. D. Present continuous tense. The answer is A. Simple present tense. The word goes is in the simple present tense, which expresses a natural, recurring event, in this case, the transition from dawn to day. Question number 4. In the line nothing gold can stay, what does the phrase can stay express? A. A future possibility. B. A present ongoing event. C. An event that already happened in the past. D. A present ability or permissions. The answer is B, a present ongoing event. Because why? Because can stay is in the simple present tense, indicating a present reality or condition, something that can last or remain. The last question. Choose the sentence that uses simple future tense based on the poem Nothing Gold Can Stay. A. The flower will bloom in the morning. B. The gold was fading quickly. C. The leaves turn gold in spring. D. Nothing gold can stay. The answer is A. The flower will bloom in the morning. Explanation: because the sentence uses simple future tense will bloom to indicate something that will happen in the future.
Conclusion in the poem Nothing Gold Can Stay by Robert Frost. We learn about how time and change affect life. The use of different tense such as past and present tense help us see the difference between the good old days and the current reality. Example like nature's first green is gold show the initial beauty, while nothing gold can stay reminds us that all beauty things will not last forever. With his work,